Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to be ranking NFL divisions rankings. So the best who's going to be at the top and the worst who's going to be at the bottom of every division. So let's start out in the NFC with the NFC West. We've got the Seahawks, we've got the Rams, we've got the 49ers and the Cardinals. In my opinion, a lot of these teams are struggling, but I'm going to say the 49ers go first. They've got a great quarterback room with Brock Purdy, great receiver room with Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and a great defense led by Nick Bosa. So I don't think the 49ers are going to have any issues winning this division. We have the Seahawks at number 2. They were good last year, surprised a lot of people. I'm going to put them at 2. Have a good receiver group and a questionable quarterback. Pretty good. I'm really not sure how he's going to do this year, but I'm going to give the Seahawks a benefit of the doubt because these other two teams are pretty bad. I'm going to put the Rams at number 3. Not really sure how Matthew Stafford's going to do. Was pretty bad in his second year. They have Cooper Kupp. Aaron Donald, he's kind of slowing down. They lost Jalen Ramsey. I'm trying to think of any other good players they have. I can't really think of anybody. And we've got the Cardinals at the bottom. Young, promising quarterback in Kyler Murray. Not saying he's bad. Just really doesn't have the people around him to be great. Just in my opinion. We will go on to the NFC South. We have got the Buccaneers, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers. A bit weak now because Tom Brady left, but I'm still going to put the Buccaneers at number 1. I mean, they've got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, they've got Vita Vea, they've got a great defense and a great offense, and a young quarterback in Baker Mayfield, thinking he's going to do well, but I don't think they do well in any other division, but I mean the Saints, Panthers, and Falcons are some of the worst teams in the entire league. I'm going to put the Panthers at number 2 because I think Bryce Young is going to be great this year. And he doesn't really have a lot around him because they got rid of DJ Moore, so they could get the number 1 pick, but I think they will win at least 6 or 7 games. Falcons, I'm trying to think here. I'm going to say Saints. I think the Saints, I don't really know. I don't really have much. They have an injured Michael Thomas for the past 2-3 years. They don't really have a lot with them. So, and I really don't even know who their starter's going to be. So, we're going to put them at 3. And we've got the Falcons at the bottom of the division. And they do have good players like AJ Terrell, and they have Drake London, and they have Kyle Pitts, but the quarterback position is questionable, and this team is just questionable. I just don't think they're gonna do much this year. We have the NFC North with the Bears, Packers, Vikings, and Lions, and this might be a bit of a bold statement, but the Lions are going to win the division for the first time, and I think they will just because of all the good players on their team. It's just they are just the best team, period. And then I'm going to put the Vikings at number 2, because I think they have a strong team with a young Justin Jefferson, and I think Kirk Cousins is going to do a good job. They did lose their running back in Dalvin Cook, which could be a problem, but I don't really think it's going to be a problem because running backs are pretty easy to replace. I'm going to put the Bears and Packers. I think they're going to do better than the Packers. Justin Fields and that team that just added DJ Moore and a lot of other weapons to help this team. A new-ish coach from last year. They were the last team They were the worst team last year, but they're going to be a mid team this year. They're going to get good. Promise me that. I will promise you that they will be good. And the Packers are not going to be good. I think Jordan Love will be good, but I don't think he's going to be good enough to top this division like they usually do. And we've got the NFC North. NFC North. Yes, I'm sorry. And the Eagles will be and for the final division in the NFC, we have the NFC East, and I have the Eagles easily topping this division. They are my Super Bowl champion favorites this year. I think they're going to easily top it. They might get close to an undefeated season this time. But yeah, easy win for this division. I have the Cowboys second. I think they will be good with Dak and CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons on the defensive side. I think Dak is kind of bad, but I think their offensive line can hold him enough time to make good passes and throw a lot of interceptions. But somehow they always pull through and get a good record. We have the Giants. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm going to put the Dolphins in front of them. Wait, no. Dolphins are for the Patriots in the AFC. I'm going to put the Giants at number 3. I think the Giants are good. And honestly, I could go either way with the Cowboys or the Giants going number 2. But I'm going to say the Giants go number 3 and get a second consecutive playoff berth. Daniel Jones has been progressing. He's been really good, even with bad receivers. Don't really have much on that team, but Daniel Jones somehow came through and played really well last year. And the last team in this division is the Commanders. Honestly, don't really have much going for them. Don't really know who's going to start. Maybe Sam Howell. I'm not really sure. Kind of sad, to be honest. They do have Terry McLaurin. They have Chase Young, who never plays because he's injured. Tell me if I'm missing somebody. But yeah, that is the end of the NFC teams. We are going to be going on to the AFC teams. So let's start with the AFC East. And we are going to put the Buffalo Bills at number 1. I know they get hyped every single year, but I think they are going to do exactly what they did last year. Win the division, lose in the divisional round. I'm sorry, Bills, but that is going to be what happens this year. All right. We have the Dolphins, and they are going to win just one game less than the Bills, and they will make the playoffs, and they will go further. They will make the AFC Championship, and I think, you never know, they might have a shot at going to the big game if Tua is healthy. They have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. They don't have any excuses this time. I know he did get hurt, and they went like 1-5 down the stretch, but I think they're going to do well, and I hope they do well as well. That was repetitive, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to have the Jets going third with Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to say they also make the playoffs. Barely. They squeak in for the first time in like 12 years. I think they're going to do good. They're going to be third in that division, and I think that will be them. Patriots, bottom of the division for the first time in like forever. I just don't think they're very good. I think Mac Jones is extremely average and kind of bad, and I just don't think that team is good. They just lost a lot of people, don't have a lot of good players on their team anymore. So yeah, that's why I say they're going to be last. We will go with the AFC West, and again, sadly, the Chiefs will win the AFC West. In my opinion, they will lose in the divisional round. And then number 2 seed will be the Chargers. They will win 11 games, make the playoffs, and I think they will win a playoff game with Justin Herbert. I think they're going to do well, and they will get the 2 spot in the AFC West. And I'm going to say not the Browns. The Broncos will be third. I think the Broncos could maybe pull out a 9-8 record, maybe slip into the playoffs. That's my prediction. Russ is going to get a lot better with the new coach in Sean Payton, who is a Super Bowl champion. And last in this division will be the Raiders. They don't really have much. They have Jimmy G at quarterback. Don't have a lot of receivers. Don't have a lot of help for him at all. Not saying it's going to be Jimmy's fault. And they have a horrible coach in Josh McDaniels. We will do the AFC South. The Jaguars will win it for the second year in a row. Great team, great young quarterback, and a great coach in Doug Peterson. Love how risky he plays. It's amazing. And we have the Titans at number 2. They had a really bad drop-off. Ryan Tannehill got hurt. Malik Willis got hurt. They did not have A.J. Brown, but I think they still are a good team. But yeah, this division is pretty bad. So yeah, we've got a pick between the Texans and the Colts, and I'm going to be picking the Texans over the Colts. Colts are just horrible. I know they did get Anthony Richardson, but I think CJ Stroud is going to be better, even though the Texans don't really have a lot anymore because Brandon Cooks got traded to the Cowboys. And like I said, Colts bottom of the division. And yeah, they're going to be horrible. Even though Anthony Richardson is going to shine, in my opinion. We have the AFC West. That is correct, right? I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of horrible at this. Yes, it is the AFC West. We have the Bengals winning it for a third straight year. They will be the AFC championship of the AFC champions this year. We're going to have the Ravens at number 2. They will win. They will not win the division, but they will be second with Lamar at the helm, at the reins, with a very good coach in John Harbaugh. We will have, honestly, I'm going to put the Browns at number 3. I think Deshaun Watson will shine this year, even though I know he did a lot of bad things, but he is a very good quarterback. Got thrown into a bad situation last year. The Browns will be third in the AFC West. And we have the Steelers as our last team. They are going to be bad, and they will be going under 500 for the first time in the Mike Tomlin era, and obviously the Ben Roethlisberger era. He doesn't play anymore, but yeah. Anyways, guys, these are my predictions for the NFL divisions this year. Make sure to comment down below if you guys agree with my picks or disagree with my picks. Make sure to subscribe, guys. I love making these videos, these kind of videos, and these Madden videos as well. So if you guys would not mind subscribing, that would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, guys, you can always unsubscribe later, and I will see all of you guys in the next video very soon.